Hi, I'm David.
I'm Donna, and that's Doug.
And welcome to Destinations, Dents, and Discoveries.
We've been full-timers for 15 months and counting, and the number one request we get from friends, family, Instagram followers is to share our experiences in video form.
And with this channel, we're going to do exactly that. We're going to share all of the things that we've done, all the things we've learned, and answer all those questions like, how do we do our laundry?
How do we get our mail?
How do we carry our bikes?
How do we back into those tight camping spots without screaming at each other or calling the divorce lawyers?
For those of you who don't yet know us, we're originally from Los Angeles. We've also lived in San Diego, Park City, Utah, and Santa Fe, New Mexico.
We met in high school, went to college, got married soon after, had 2 amazing daughters, and now we are empty nesters.
We first started RVing during the lockdowns of the summer of 2020 when we rented a 16-foot Airstream base camp. We got back, and soon after, we purchased one, and we used it to travel all around the western United States. In 2022, we made a pretty big decision. We sold the house, we sold the base camp, we bought and majorly customized an Airstream Flying Cloud 30-foot, and in March of 2023, we hit the road full time.
While we'd like to say we got off the hamster wheel, we do still both work full time. And that's another question we get asked a lot about.
So stay tuned. We'll talk about that one as well.
Our goals are to visit every U.S. national park.
We've been to 37 of the 63 so far.
Every U.S. state.
30 of 50.
And as many Canadian provinces and national parks as possible.
15 months later, we're still loving the experience and each other. Every day brings new views outside our window. Every day, new adventures outside our doorstep.
There have been the dents and bumps along the way, but that's to be expected.
It's all part of the experience. And now, we're on the road to Alaska. We have plans to visit all 8 national parks while we're up there. Along the way, at least 3 Canadian provinces and a bunch of Canadian national parks, including Banff and Jasper in the Canadian Rockies. This is Donna's second time driving the rig, this time by choice. Last time it was because of doctor's orders. How's it going?
Coming to you live from the driver's seat. It's going well. It's a 2-lane road that's very trafficy, so it's a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, we're on the 101 South, going from Paso Robles to Los Angeles. We'll be staying at Dockweiler Beach RV Park, right on the lovely Pacific Ocean. And so we're headed there, courtesy of number 1.
Indeed.
Hey, so we switched drivers. Donna drove halfway and I drove halfway, and now typical Southern California, guess what?
We're in traffic.
That's right. This is why we left.
We don't plan to regularly give campground reviews However, a lot of people have asked about Dockweiler since we do stay there frequently, so we thought we'd give you a deeper dive.
So for the last 2 weeks, we've been staying here at Dockweiler RV Park. Dockweiler is a state park, but it's administered by the County of Los Angeles. This is our third stay here at Dockweiler, and while there are other options in the area, everywhere from up towards Malibu, down south toward Long Beach, inland to Acton and Santa Clarita, we stayed at a bunch of them, and in our opinion, at least for us, this really works out the best. So let's dive into the good, the bad, and everything in between, the pros and the cons of Dockweiler RV Park. Obviously, one of the pros here is the location. It's right here on the beach in the Pacific Ocean. You're about to find out one of the cons. One of the cons is that we're right off the edge of LAX, and they take off all day and all night, and so the airplane noise can be a bit much. So of course, being in proximity to the airport is a con, but again, the location itself is a pro because you've got the beach right here. Marina del Rey and Venice are just up there. The beach cities of the South Bay are just down there, and all of LA is within really close driving distance. You want to go to Santa Monica, 15-20 minutes depending on traffic. You want to go to Beverly Hills and Hollywood, give it 20 to 45 minutes, but everything is really, really close. So this is a great location if you've never been to LA, or if, as in our case, you've got family here and you want to go visit them. It's a really great spot to use as your home base. Not to mention the beach. The beach is right here. Just walk right out. Whether it's walking out to the sand to go for a swim or to go surfing or boogie boarding. So there's so much great about the location. Even though we've got that noise, about every 2 to 3 minutes. You get used to it. You still get some sleep. Don't worry.
Another pro here at Dockweiler are the amenities. It is a full hookup campground, so we've got electric, water, and sewer hookups. The campsite has a picnic table and a charcoal barbecue, and we are steps from the beach where there are tons of fire pits, so you could have a nice beach bonfire any night of the week.
One thing to keep in mind, like all big cities, Los Angeles does have a homeless issue. So you will encounter a number of homeless people in the surrounding area. We've been here 3 or 4 times. It's never been an issue for us, but it's something you should know about.
While some amenities are a pro, there are others that are a con. The bathroom and shower facilities are very dated and could use an upgrade. On this trip and our previous one, the laundry room was closed. There is a dog park. However, all it is a 10 by 20 chain link fence placed on the sand. I don't know how they get away with calling it a dog park. It's too small for Doug. Also, dogs are not allowed on the beach, so we need to get really creative on our walks with him. Finally, the campground needs some maintenance. There's always trash on the ground, and Doug is always finding food and other things to pick up.
The most expensive sites at Dockweiler are $75 per night for full hookups right on the beach. We think that's pretty reasonable, especially when we compare to what we've paid at a well-known RV park about 30 miles up PCH, where things can be, nearly as cramped, and where we've had utility issues on each and every visit. Everyone knows that Los Angeles real estate is expensive, and so that's why here at Dockweiler, your sites are going to be pretty close together. Something to think about. Tightly packed, minimal privacy, and on the weekends, if you're next to one of those folks who's decided to have their entire family reunion or some other party, it can get loud and it can go quite late.
Dockweiler definitely has its trade-offs. You're sacrificing some campground comforts and amenities in exchange for unbeatable beach access and proximity to LA's urban attractions. If you prioritize location over anything else, Dockweiler could be your perfect SoCal base camp. It works for us, but we can see how some might not like it. Remember, this is how we RV, so your experience might be different.
So we've left the Pacific Ocean behind.
We will see it next in Alaska in about 2 months, but that's it for the ocean.
We're headed to Valley of Fire State Park in southern Nevada. Fun fact, Valley of Fire State Park is Nevada's first state park.
Fun fact. Okay.
It was founded in 1934 and officially designated in 1935 when the legislature convened.
Any other fun facts?
Not yet, because we're not there yet, so I'll have more when we get there.
Looking forward to it.
Well, I do have other fun facts, but they're geologic in nature, and I wanted to wait till we got there.
Geologic in nature.
So I said geologic in nature.
So they're about rocks?
Yes, because
Okay, I can't wait.
I'm so glad.
By the time we reached Valley of Fire State Park and took the obligatory sign photo, the sun was starting to sink into the horizon, so we made our way to our campsite at Atlatl Rock Campground, where we had electric and water but no sewer, in a huge site. And what the site made up for in size, it tended to lack in being level, so do not adjust your TV set. From there, we had the opportunity to check out the petroglyphs atop Atlatl Rock, had some dinner, and then we settled down for the evening to rest up for some hiking and adventuring the following day. Here we are, Valley of Fire State Park in Nevada. Wow, it's gorgeous, but it's hot.
A lot of the trails here are closed right now. Only about 4 of them are open. We thought it was due to the heat. The car registered 98 degrees on the drive here. There's very little shade, but then we were told that it was due to staffing issues. So it's unfortunate that we can't explore more, but just getting a little taste of it, it's just incredibly, it's just beautiful. We are headed out of Valley of Fire. It's before 8:30. That's good in our book.
Not too much lorry time. We'll explain that to you in the future. You'll understand what that means. But for us to be on the road before 8:30, that's a win.
Yeah.
Where are we headed?
We're going to Salt Lake City. We have a couple work obligations on our route up towards Alaska. So we'll have 2 nights there. I've got about 5.5 hours of driving today, so it's a long one. Hopefully Doug will be okay.
Maybe hit one of our favorite restaurants, do some shopping, take Doug for a quick checkup at the vet, and, get our work done, and then start heading north toward the Canadian Rockies.
Driving through the Virgin River Gorge from Arizona to Utah.
And it's called the Virgin River Gorge because
the Virgin River.
If you've done the Narrows in Zion National Park, you're familiar with the Virgin River. It's the exact same river that creates the Narrows and goes through Zion National Park. Now, we've also stayed here believe it or not. There's a great boondocking spot here. What's it called?
Cedar Pocket. It was when we had our smaller trailer. It was a perfect little stopover for an overnight between LA and Park City. There are plenty of spots. It's right off the highway. It's really a nice overnight.
Because of the geology there, you really don't hear the highway. And most of the time, I would say 85% of the time that we stopped there, it was us and nobody else. Maybe a couple of cows. So you can look that one up on any of the campsite search engines that are out there. It's called Cedar Pocket.
We had a quick 2 nights in Salt Lake City where we both had some work obligations, but it wasn't all work and no play as we got to visit our old neighborhood and eat at one of our favorite restaurants. Our next stop is an overnight in Pocatello, Idaho, and another couple nights in Montana, and then we'll be crossing the border into Canada. We're excited to have you come along on our Alaskan adventure. Thanks for watching. See you next time when we'll be talking not just about the destinations, but the dents and discoveries along the way.